let's hop into the BAFTA, BAFTA debacle.
Speaking of
black
people, yeah.
Charlamagne, are we live? Are we live? Are we live? DJ Envy, are we live? Are we live? Can the people hear my voice? Cause I'm at the Breakfast Club and I'm addressing all the lies.
So we watch the BAFTAs every year, as a black community.
Okay.
Bro, what?
I know you want me to go along with it. I'm like, sure we do.
Niggas never seen the BAFTAs in their life. What is this, the British
nah.
Arts and Film and Television Awards or something?
Something like that.
Some British
it's a
award
British
show
awards.
hosted by the BBC every year.
Hey, yo.
The first
British Academy of Film and Television Arts.
Okay. And so the first award this year was handed out by Michael B.
Jordan and
Delroy
Lindo.
Yeah, legend.
I heard Delroy Lindo was actually born in the UK.
So, for real?
Fact.
I thought he was Barbadian. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
Okay, I might have got some wrong information. Okay, cool.
I'm not sure.
is definitely a Caribbean name.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm not sure about that.
This nigga shows up as a British actor though on Google.
That's what it.
I ain't gonna cap.
That's what it shows up as.
Yeah, no cap.
Okay, so
London, UK.
Oh, okay. So then I was wrong.
My boy was born in London. That's crazy.
Hey, in the ends with the Mandem.
In the Mandem road. Road man.
Yo.
Bad man team. Okay, so look.
You get me?
So, British native Delroy Lindo,
legend in the game,
had returned home after a long journey through the artistic world to finally receive his credit or to hand out an award. And during the middle of the award, somebody screamed out the hard R.
The N word.
Yeah, okay. The hard R.
The hard R. Turns out this is a man named John Davidson who actually has Tourette syndrome.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
In the moment when you Michael B. and Delroy, you don't know that.
Right.
So I gotta first of all commend those guys for moving right along. Taking a second. Composing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
They was on that Chris Rock. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen.
They kept it moving.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely.
And so, but later on in the show, Alan Cumming, the host of the evening, did come out, present an apology that many people felt was underwhelming. And then the next day we found out that they had 2 hours to remove this gaffe from the viewing.
For the final edit, yeah.
For the final edit. And they didn't, though they removed many other gaffes.
Free Palestine, all that.
Free Palestine, him yelling at other presenters, profane language, things of that nature. So look, where y'all at? As a black community, do we need to cancel the BAFTAs?
I mean, quite honestly, I've heard of it in passing. I've never watched it.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it the other night.
Yeah, exactly.
I watched, and I like actually some British programming.
Okay.
Top Boy.
Oh, for real?
What?
Oh, that's
and if
crazy.
you're not on it,
Supercell.
I watched. And I think that their actors kind of are a little bit more versatile. They had one called The Kitchen.
Okay.
With homie from Top Boy, the light skinned one. I can't remember his name. Who plays Sully in Top Boy? Okay. He was in The Kitchen.
Okay.
So quite a few programming. I like I think they're actors.
Classically trained.
Yeah, classically trained.
Now y'all getting into
listen,
American actor.
No, hold on. And you know who I heard from the guy who plays on The Chi, the bad guy, the dark-skinned dude, the mayor. He got elected to mayor and all that on The Chi. Yeah. He was telling his backstory. I heard an interview, and he said that he went to England as a young actor.
Oh, wow.
He didn't have enough money, and he was telling the story about a school that he went to in New York, and they financed him and helped him raise money so he could go to England for this acting program. And he said when he got over there that that's a thing, that with English actors, they train classically.
Oh, for
they
sure.
work on the accents. They do all of that.
Yeah.
That's why it's much easier for them to get parts with American accents as opposed to Americans going over there and getting parts doing the British accents and different things like that.
Yeah.
So their training is a little bit more intense. However, back to the original issue, who was the, if, like, they wanted it to be heard, obviously.
That's pretty
So
clear at
if
this
they
point.
wanted it to be heard, then, I mean, canceling, I just won't watch again. Like, that
we
is a
weren't
simple,
before.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
we weren't anyway.
We wouldn't even know about this show if,
Right.
Nah,
if this
that-
didn't happen.
exactly.
So
Dead ass.
it's not like we was watching that night.
Which
Right.
is why maybe they kept it, right?
I think,
because of the
yeah.
impressions, outrage marketing.
Outrage,
You
man.
know,
yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
BAFTAs.
We gotta stop doing people job for them, bro. Because I'm gonna be for real. This isn't that outrageous. Look, the N word sucks.
It might be that Dave Chappelle shit that he was talking about.
What
But he was
that?
like, how come you could say the F word?
Or you
but
can't say that.
You can't say the F word, but you can say the N
N-word,
word.
yeah.
Or some
Thi-
shit like
So, guys, I think that there's an actual answer to that.
Right.
It's because of the community will allow you to say the N word. We use it overly, like just to use another word. We overly use the word to the point where we make it familiar to other people
Yeah.
and typical to them.
It's
Bro.
been commodified too.
I showed you the clip, OG. If I showed you this clip right
Oh
now,
my God!
I showed bro a
no,
clip.
Hold on.
Or some
What I want to
bangers?
say,
Oh, okay.
as an older gentleman,
Yes, yes.
every community has derogatory language that they use within their community. We have to stop accepting that victimization or that excuse as why it's so familiar. Like if you're around a whole bunch of Italian guys hanging out, they might call each other Guido. If you're around a whole bunch of Jewish people hanging out, like I'm talking about urban Jewish, not professionals.
Yeah.
But if you're around a whole bunch of urban Jewish kids, they might refer to themselves as kikes or whatever.
They do that?
Of course. Italians. Listen, Lower East Side.
I know the Italians, Guido, yeah.
Yeah, but every group, just like if you have a young lady, your wife or girlfriend,
Yes,
let's
yeah,
say,
yeah.
and you have a nickname for her,
Oh, okay.
and you call her that nickname while you're out in public, does that then give the waiter or
Nah.
whoever's at the next table permission to say that to your girlfriend?
Sugar plum. Nah.
You're right. So
comment.
absolute, and just let's take the stigma or the emotion out of it.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Because I use a language with my son or with my girlfriend, that doesn't give anybody else permission to do it. And because if I call him nigga or if I use the N word while we're together, that doesn't give anybody else permission to use it. Like once I've explained to you, listen, that's offensive when you do it. Did you see the clip of Ryan Davis? Them's just the rules. Yeah, Ryan Davis said
Oh,
it.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
if you
I see
say
that.
me and my ends won't like that very much.
Yeah,
and he said
he's a funny
yeah,
guy.
because a woman tried to weaponize Martin Luther King about him because she was telling him he shouldn't use the word, the N word. He said, nah, I when I use it with my people, it's a term of endearment and familiarity. And she's like, well, Martin Luther King would be rolling over in his grave right now.
I
hearing you.
mean,
You know, we had the N-word convo
having that joint.
many times.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as it relates to BAFTAs, niggas don't really care. And it's like, it is what it is.
Touch on this part real quick because this guy said the word involuntarily.
Exactly.
So this was
Maybe
and that's the thing.
with Tourette's,
So
You can't control it.
you can't control the outburst, but the language, if you're not familiar or using that language, like if that's not like a regular part of his environment, it's not just popping up like, oh.
So the thing is called corporeality. corporalalia.
Mm-hmm.
That's this sort of Tourette's. So it makes you blurt things out or do odd movements at odd times. And my understanding of it is, let's say you go around your grandmother, and you know you're not supposed to curse around your grandmother. You know this is a number one rule. What corporalalia does is it pushes that to the forefront of your mind and then compels you to say it. Because you're specifically in that environment with your grandmother, where that's the rule in that environment, you now blurt things that occur to your mind not to blurt. So when people say what you said, I heard a lot of people say that, well, if you don't use it regularly, why is it even there? It's there because you're very aware, I'm not supposed to do this right now. And it's not the sort of thing where you're being childish in nature. Your mind is just blurt.
Right.
And I've been in situations like that where I've been telling myself, don't do this. And then it happens.
And then
because you're thinking about it so much. Yeah. So
that makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
And ultimately, though, I want to speak about us as a community. I think we got to stop letting the word dictate any of our emotional responses. Because the truth of the matter is, it is simply a word, and we are using it as a term of endearment. And most of the people who are using it as a term of endearment. I'm not saying this. I'm not giving you anybody permission to use the word. I'm giving black people permission not to take offense to the word. That's what I'm doing.
Well, it's the difference between nigga and nigger. So,
there is.
Yeah, that's.
But there's also a difference between somebody calling you by your name and calling you poopy head. If they call you poopy head, since you're not attaching all of the historical context, you're gonna look at somebody who called you poopy head. What, bro? And then keep it moving.
Right.
You're not gonna have this intense reaction.
All right, but because of all of the history that's attached to it, you sort of have to take in the user of it, the context it's being used in, and all of that. So I heard one of the white comedians, Bill Burr, I think, made the joke.
His wife is black too. So
right, his wife's black. He made the joke like, okay, so using the N-word for white people is, let's just say, off limits. He said, however, if you're walking down the street and 3 black dudes jump on you, punch you in the face, beat you, kick you, take your wallet, and you jump up and like, man, these N-words, like, okay, you can understand that. But, so like context is always important. The history, like, you know, even they joked about, what was your girl, Paula Deen?
Yeah.
The cook?
Yeah.
Like, they were like, well, if she was in the kitchen and was like, damn, these niggas fry some good chicken. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, see, that's what I'm saying. So you gotta take context and all. Not saying that it's all right. Disclaimer.
But in a sense,
we're not saying
we showcase an understanding for the context of it.
Absolutely. So context matters. I don't think just detaching emotion from it. No, because if somebody says it to me and I'm reading their body language, I'm reading the context, then yeah, that might warrant a punch in the mouth.
But you gotta understand, even in that moment, like think about when your girl call you a bitch.
Nah, my girls won't.
Yeah, I know she
don't
won't
allow that.
But if she did, you still have to have the restraint to know, oh, shorty's trying to control me right now. She's trying to upset me and cause me to do something that makes things go worse.
Okay,
for me. Yeah. So that's anybody who's actually. So you have 2 groups of people. One group of people who are literally used as a term of endearment, just like us, and another group of people who are trying to weaponize it to control your emotional state. So in either case, we got to remove our stigma from it so that we're not interacting with either one of those instances in the fucked up way.
And I can see that. I see that perspective.
And in both instances, the wrong thing to do is become upset. Because this person is showing you endearment in the same way you show other people endearment. It's odd when you don't respect that.
Nah.
I mean,
well, because
you know,
because how endeared are we? Like, I don't know if you know but I've been away before. Like,
Yeah.
So, and in dealing in the criminal justice system, I was in Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah.
And the white kid used it, and he was using it around a lot of the black guys that were in there, and they were okay with it.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
So I told him, yo, look, homie, it's not cool. I mean, I don't know who your friends are, whatever, how they feel about it. I'm offended hearing you say it, and if you keep saying it, then we will have a problem.
Yeah.
Nah, who are you I mean, this is what I mean, and this, I don't care what you mean or how you feel. It's offensive to me.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I'm not responsible for how they react to it, and if it's okay with them or whatever. It's not okay with me.
Yeah.
So now that I'm making you aware of that, continue at your own risk. I wasn't angry. I wasn't all emotional.
Yeah.
It just, I expressed what I thought, how I felt. And if it would have escalated further than that, he respected my opinion.
Yeah.
But if it would have escalated further than that, and I would have had to go in his mouth, pause, it wouldn't have been emotional. It
Yeah.
would have been a lesson taught. Because sometimes that's what people need. They need correction.
And you never had to
verbally,
take it there?
verbally is not always a correction.
Yeah.
You never had to take it there with bro?
Nah, not
He
with him.
respected
Nah,
it?
yeah, of course.
And so that's what we really could do.
Because
We
once
could
I
approach
said
like that. Like,
once I said it, then a bunch of other people kind of was like, yeah, and once he saw that.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether people didn't have the courage. Same thing even in my Alabama. In a criminal justice system, and a white boy was using it like willy-nilly, singing it when the songs were
Yeah.
not editing, not self-editing or anything. And I was like,
I had a story like that in Tampa. Not
yeah,
to cut you.
my man, listen. Now, and we were at the reception center.
yeah.
I said, if you was down the road 30 minutes at one of these max camps, you know you wouldn't do that. So don't get up here and try it.
Yeah, you
So
get
he's
packed
right, he's trying. And again, sometimes it's a correction. And once you correct it, then they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, like they're serious. He's serious. So let me modify my behavior.
You heard it, gang. We're not encouraging anybody to
Right,
use
we're
on.
encouraged.
Black History Month almost coming to an end. We ain't letting the white slide on nothing.
Don't do it.
Don't do
We
it.
out of here.
We ain't going.
Or if you do, like I told my son growing up, listen, do whatever you want to do. Just be ready for the
Deal with
consequences.
Yeah, he used to say that all the time.
All right, bro. So look, man, I'm finna try to let's talk about that Baby King, bro.